we got expo and log graph. Okay, so like you just have to memorize the shape. Okay, so exponential is up. Okay, so like how I remember is it's like aeroplane. Okay, so this is the airplane. It takes off from the runway. This is the runway. The runway is the asymptote, which is the x-intercept. Okay, so it will go upwards. Okay, it will go upwards. Then logarithmic, right? You just, for me, how I remember is rocket shape. Eh, rocket shape. Then how you draw rocket shape? Is it like that? Then you got the yeah, so it will go upwards. So if you go upwards, the asymptote will be the y-axis. Oh my god, drop me. Okay, so the asymptote means the imaginary line where the curve will never meet the line, but you go very close to it. So the asymptote is the y-axis, cause you see here, here. Okay, so very close, but won't touch. Similar to this, here is here, 在这里 okay. So yeah, so you have this already, right? So y equals to e x power 3 plus 1. So first thing I want to do, right, I need, cause they need asymptote also, cause I know that e power x over 3 is like that, go up one, right? But if it's a plus 1, right, we will shift the entire graph up by 1 unit, so it will be like that. Okay, so if you shift it up by 1, right, it will cut at 2. Okay, cause initially if you sub x equals 0 to find y, right, where it cuts y, sub x equals 0, then equals to e power 0 over 3 plus 1. So anything power 0 is 1, right? So plus 1 give you 2. Hence it cuts at 2. Then if I want to know the asymptote, you just draw one line like that. My graph will be ugly. Okay, but this is the thing, the asymptote. Okay, this is the asymptote. So as my asymptote is actually, sorry, not x, y equals to 1 minus 1 lah. Cause initially you think about it lah, if it's from here, right, your asymptote is x axis, but when you shift it up by 1, right, it becomes y equals to 1. So just now you say like, oh, isn't it just here? For exponential maybe, but for log is different. So you just draw like that lah. Okay, so what else? Didn't he label anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, so this is the asymptote, and the graph. Oh, label your graph. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, next one. So you got long graph, right? So for long graph, you know that it's rocket shape. So I want to know where it cuts the x-axis. So to find x sub y equals 0, so ln x plus 2 is 0. So I change it to exponential form, right? Because the base e. So it's going to be e power 0 x plus 2. E power 0 is 1, right? So x equals to negative 1. So if x equals to negative 1, that means it'll cut here. It'll cut a negative 1. Okay, so I'll draw it like that. Okay, rocket shape. Negative 1. Okay. Cut negative 1. So I know that when there's a long graph, there will definitely be a asymptote. So my asymptote, just draw first. So how to find the asymptote? Oh, before I find the asymptote, I want to find where the graph cuts the y-axis. Y-intercept, if you solve it. So when I want to do that, I sub x equals 0, right? So a ln 2 plus 2. So y equals to ln 2. So y equals to ln 2. So here is ln 2. So how to find the asymptote? So you just inverse so become x equals -2. Okay, so you know the relationship already. So you know that for ln graph, right, y, right, you know x. Yeah, so if you know that, oh, because it's like that, hence I know that in correlation means here, right, the asymptote will be the opposite, so it will be x giving -2. So for this one, this is the asymptote already. Okay, so you're right, I think, because honestly I didn't know just now. But it doesn't apply lah, so for this one it doesn't apply, you just have to inverse it. But definitely you could check, if you do class practice, you use decimals or something, I don't know. Okay, can.